B.
I'm coming. So it's going to be y minus b is equal to our f prime of a.
F prime of A.
F prime of a. Sorry, f prime of a. In other words, our f prime of a is the gradient. Is a gradient. In other words, it's the gradient. Into bracket x minus, what are you getting? X minus a. That's it. So looking at this, our y, we are looking for equation. So our y, I'm going to get y minus our b is what? Minus 6, eh?
Yes. So
Our b is going to be plus 6.
yes.
It's equal to our f prime of a. We had what? What do we get? Yeah, minus 1, eh? Oh,
Yes. Sir.
so minus 1 into bracket x minus a. So this one will be x minus
Plus 1.
is it plus? No, it was the a
Plus 1.
itself is 1, so it's minus 1.
Minus 1.
So then we are finding the equation. So our equation will now become y plus 6 is equal to, this one will give us minus x plus 1, eh? I hope I'm not wrong.
Yes. Sir.
Then we can further go, the y is equal to, then we let 6 cross. So when 6 cross, it will become negative. So I'm going to get minus x minus 5. I hope I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Now so this will be our equation. This will be the equation of our tangent. Now let's solve some more. Find the equation of the tangent and that of the normal to the curve. Y is equal to, and that of the normal to the curve. Y is equal to x cubed. So another question. So we've been given y is equal to, this is the equation we are given. S cubed minus 2x squared minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 3 at a point. So these are the points we are given, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. So we've been asked to find for the gradient. We've been asked to find for the equation of the tangent and that of the normal. So we first have to find for the equation of the tangent. Then when we finish, we find the equation of the normal. So take me through the process. We first have to find for f prime of this thing.
Yes, sir.
So f prime of x, the same as the y dx. So what are you getting? 3x squared
2x
Yes.
minus
3 squared. I'm coming, please.
minus 4
Minus 4
4
4x. Okay.
plus 3
Last.
Plus 3.
3.
So that's what we had.
Yeah.
Then we are going to find for the f of a, right?
Yes.
F of
Yes.
a.
Yes.
F prime of a. F prime of a. So we are going to get, what are you getting? We are going to substitute 2 into it. So what are you going to get?
7.
The answer will be 7. Okay, 7. So that's what we are getting. So from there, we are going to introduce our equation. Y minus b is equal to f. Let's say it's equal to 7 into bracket. It's equal to 7 into bracket x minus x minus a. So in other words, this will be y minus our b is what, 3, yeah? Our b is 3 is equal to 7 into bracket x minus 2. What are you getting? So I'm going to get 7x minus 14 on the right hand side. So I'm going to get
Yes.
y is equal to 7x minus 14.
X
So when we shift 3 3 there, you're going to get
Minus 11.
minus 11 there. So I'm going to
Yes.
get so I'm going to get
minus
7.
yeah.
I'm going to get 7x minus 11. So this will be our equation. Now we are finding for that of the normal. What are you going to do? We are going to reciprocate the gradient we found, which is 7. So you are going to get minus 1 all over 7. But we are still going to use the same equation. So yeah, finding the normal. Finding the normal. Oh, we are going to get. Find the normal. I'm going to get. Guide me through the process. I'm going to get y minus b is equal to minus 1 all over 7, right? Into brackets x minus
X minus
2 or a. So we are going to get y minus 3 is equal to minus 1 all over 7
7.
x minus 2. What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting? So you can decide to multiply through, eh? So you can get 7y minus, this will be 21. Minus 21 is equal to x is equal to minus x plus 2.
Plus 2.
Plus 2. So now we can do the mathematics. So where should we take what and what are you going to do? So we can just decide to bring the x and just write a straight equation and equate it to 0. So we can get 7y. It's still an equation. So you can get 7y plus x plus x
Yes.
minus 19. Oh, I'm
Minus
wrong.
20.
Hey, minus 23.
3.
Minus 23. Minus 23. Yeah, it's equal to 0.
Yes.
So this is what I'm going to get. That's what I'm going to get. Okay. Now, let's solve some more questions. The tangent to the curve. This one we are going to solve it. Oh, you are going to solve it. The tangent to the curve. Y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. The tangent to the curve. Y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. At P, the tangent to the curve. Y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. At P, the tangent to the curve. Y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1 at P. Passes through the points. Passes through the points. Passes through the points. Passes through the points. Into bracket 1 minus 3 into bracket 1 comma minus 3 bracket close. And here we are given 2 points and 3 13 3 comma 13. And 3 comma 13.
So
Find
please, y is equal
y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. At P,
S.
at P passes through the points 1 minus 3 and 3 13. 3 comma 13. Find the possible coordinates of P. Find the possible coordinates of P. Find the possible coordinates of P. So here we are finding the possible coordinates of P. It's a little bit different this distance. So but do it. Try your hands on it. I'm moving. Yeah.
My name is Jessica. Hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. I've been your video DJ for the last 60 minutes. And all I gotta say right now is keep watching City TV. We'll be back same time next week.
Someone done.
Say the question.
Hey. The tangent to the curve y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. The tangent to the curve y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. At P, passes through the points 1 minus 3 and 13. 3,13. Find the possible coordinates of P.
Yes, you heard right. Keyboard Idol takes off on Saturday, the 1st of August 2020 at 7 only on Tune in to City TV and follow the competition using the hashtag Keyboard Idol on all our social media platforms. Remember, this amazing talent competition, Keyboard Idol, is powered by City TV. Visit citytvonline.com for the competition.
When you're done, you let me know.
Check number no. Check no.
Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. as I and Adabula get the right guests, ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
The funding that we need, we actually sit down and look things out. Should we get more funding so that we can change how we do business as usual?
Where China wants to go to internet and we're seeing I'm out the new shoes on Saturday. To be honest with you, it's politics. There are different dynamics in politics. I'm sure some people didn't give anything, some people gave some. It depends on the people you're working with. Remember, the point of view is live Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on City TV. Point of View is powered by Airtel Tigo Extra. Even our bonus data doesn't.
Are we done? Oh, you solved it.
Dial *111# to activate now. Airtel Tigo. Life is simple.
Are we done? What do we get? What do we get? Remind me small. Maureen, what do you get?
Sammy, how I say, look, you say me, I need help.
Talk to me.
Say, there are points now. I use the formula that the gradient formula y2 minus y1 all over y x2 minus x1.
Continue. And what do you do? Now this one you're finding for the coordinates. So this one you're finding for the coordinates. And don't forget that the question says that the tangent to the curve. So we've been given a tangent to the curve.
Yes.
On the curve is the y is equal to s cubed minus s squared plus 1. At P, passes through the points 1 minus 1 and minus 3 and 13. So these are the 2 points that the tangent passes through. So if you want to find for the gradient, then you are going to use a change in y minus change in x because you've been given 2 points. Are you getting it?
Say yes, I've done that one.
So when you finish, then you are going to equate the differential of the curve to the gradient you found using the 2 coordinates, using the 2 points. Have you seen it? Because don't forget that the differential of the distance, the differential of the curve is the gradient is what is given as the gradient. So if you've been able to find for the gradient, then that means you can equate the equation to the gradient. So let's try it. How many of us are done? Okay, so let's start. So we're given y is equal to, give it to me, y is equal to what?
X cubed minus x squared.
Minus x
Squared plus
yeah,
1.
plus 1. That's what we're given. And we're given, they said it passes through the points 1, comma, minus 3. And so we have 2 points here. And the 3, 13, 3 and 13. 3, 13. Now let me explain something to you. If you have, this is what I drew yesterday, but because of this and I couldn't, you guys weren't hearing me. If I have something like this, and I have, this is a curve. Oh. And you have a curve like this. Now this, let's say according to the question, this is what we plotted, or the values of this give us this curve. I hope you know that. Give us this curve. Now, per our studies, if you want to find for the gradient of this curve, we can only draw a line that is tangent to the curve. And so, for instance, when we draw a line that is tangent to the curve, then we can be able to find for the gradient of this line that will indirectly be the gradient of the curve. And so this means that before we can also find the gradient, the line must pass through certain points. And so according to the question, we're given 2 points like this. We're given 2 points. One was, we had 1 minus 3, and we're given the latter to be 3, 13. Now you know how we found this you know how we found this, what do you call it, this points. You know, the fray will correspond to the x. That means when you draw this to this point, then you trace it to this and you get to the 13. That's what it means. I've not done the graduation, so, and this one too will be basically the same thing. This was I think this was supposed to be, and this was supposed to be like this. So you are getting something like this. So these are your points. I was supposed to bring this one here and this one, this one. So these are your points that you are going to use to draw your, what do you call it, your line or something. Now we want to find for, because we've been given these 2 points and we are saying that this line passed through this point, then that means we can use this point to get our gradient. So our gradient, let's say if you have to name this one x1, y1, x1, y1, and x2, y2, then that means we can use this to find for our gradient, which is y1 minus, or y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So we can use this to find for our gradient. Now when we use this to find for our gradient, I'm going to get 8. And so our gradient, which is simply y, y is equal to, or our gradient, let's say m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 minus x1. I'm going to get, that will be 30 minus minus 3 all over 1, 3 minus 1. So we are going to get 8. So our m is equal to 8. Our m is equal to 8. But let's not forget that the differential dy all over dx, which is also the gradient, dy dx is dy all over dx. So when we differentiate y, or when we find f prime of y or f prime of x, and so f prime of x, in other words, let me use dy dx. Dy dx of the equation above is also giving us the gradient. Is equal to what are we going to get? 3x, 3x squared
minus 2x
minus 2x. Now looking at this equation, we use y squared minus y1 all over x squared minus x1, which is changing y all over changing x. It's the same as dy all over dx. This, but we went ahead to this thing. Now using this equation, dy all over dx is also giving us this. This means that this and this is equal. So that means we can equate this to this. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
So when we equate it, so we are going to get we are going to get 3x squared. 3x squared minus 2 minus 2x is equal to 8. Now we are looking for values of x is equal to 8. So when substitute that here, what are you getting? We are looking for coordinates at p. So what are you going to get? We can bring the 8 distance. So we are going to get 3x squared
Says
minus
2x, so 2x, not 3x.
Sorry, so minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. So this we are finding for the coordinates. So yeah, we can use our calculator too. We can punch it on our calculator, or we can factorize to get our answers. When factorize, what are you getting? Those were the
X is equal
calculators.
to 2 and x is equal to
So we are going to get x is
negative
equal to 2 and x is equal to
negative 4 over 3.
negative 4 over 3.
Minus 4 by 2.
So minus 4 all over 3. So we have these two coordinates. So these are x coordinates. That's what we are finding for. But don't forget that the answers you are getting, they are only x. So then now we can come and factor this into the first equation, which is y, to come and find for y. Are we getting it?
Yes.
Yes. No, sir.
So we've been able to find for x using equating the two gradients. And so we have x. Now we want to find for their corresponding y values. But we know that right from onset, y is equal to s squared, s cubed minus s squared plus 1. So if you've been able to find for the x values, then now you can come and substitute into the main equation, which is the Ogboro equation, to find for our y values. Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
So you come and substitute. So if x is when x is equal to 2, when x is equal to 2, y will be equal to 2 raised to the power cube, 2 raised to the power cube minus 2 raised to the power what? 2 raised to the power 2 plus 1. What are you getting?
5.
5. So it's equal to 5. Then we come in this 1x is equal to minus 4 over 3. Oh, please make sure that your background is So then y will be equal to, please substitute it into the equation and give me the answer. I will get minus 85 slash 27. So that's what I'm getting. And so now we can now confidently write our coordinates, because we're asked to find for the coordinates. So our first coordinates can be into bracket. We can get 2 and 5. And we can also get our second coordinates to be. Second coordinates to be what? Negative 4. The bracket negative 4 all over 5 slash negative 35 85 all over 27. Yeah, Ruben, talk to me.
Sir, please, how did you find the second coordinate? Did you use the f prime that?
And so you realize that finding the coordinates, we equated the f prime of x2, the gradient we found using the coordinates we were given in the question. And we're able to find for the x values. Now, after finding for the x values, you are supposed to find their corresponding y values. And so, but let's not forget that y is equal to this. And so that means anywhere we see x, if you want to find their corresponding y values, when x is equal to 2 as given here, when substitute here, we are going to find x corresponding y, and we can also find the corresponding what do you call it, negative 4 all over 3. When we substitute, we are also going to find its corresponding y. Have I made myself clear? Ruben, are you okay now? Ruben?
Said not quite.
Okay. So I said, but you know how we're able to get the s values?
Yes, sir.
So after finding for the x values, the question says you should find for the coordinates. And you know, coordinates constitute x and y. It can't only be x values. I hope you get it at that point. And so if it constitutes x and y values, then that means once we've been able to find for 2 different x values, we can substitute that into the general equation, which is y, to come and find the corresponding y values. Because we can only see y and x here. This one, it was only x values. We equated it to 0. So there's no way we would have substituted. If you substitute it into the differential of this, you are just going to equate it to 0, not y. But here the first equation is equated to y. And we've been given x. So if we want to find the corresponding y values, we first substitute the x value, which is 2, into this. Then we find its corresponding y. Then we come and substitute the other x, and come and find the corresponding y value. I hope I made myself clear.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So that's what so these are the coordinates we are going to get. Normally, I want us to solve the different questions we can encounter. That's why when I give maths, I always want us to solve other questions. Now let's solve another type of question so that yes, please talk to me.
Please, it's negative 4 over 3, not negative 4 over 5.
Okay, negative 4 over 3. Thank you. So that is it. Now let's try another set of questions. Given the implicit equation xy is equal to 1, given the implicit equation, we have 10 minutes more. Given the implicit equation xy is equal to 1, find the y dx at the point 1 1. Find the y dx at the point 1 1. Let me come again. Given the implicit equation xy is equal to 1, find the y dx at the point 1 1. That's the first question. So let's do that one first.
So given
the implicit equation xy is equal to 1, find the y dx at the point into bracket 1 1. So we are finding the y dx at the point 1 1. At the point 1 1. There are follow-up questions, but let's try and do this one. When we finish, we do it. When we have more time, we do it. So we're given x, y is equal to. Find the y dx. What are you getting?
Sir, I have 0.
Hey, you had 0. What do you get? You had a certain one. You had minus y all over x. Eh? Did you get that one?
Yes, sir.
So minus y all over x, and you are giving the y value to be minus 1, and you are giving the x value to be
Yeah.
1. So minus 1 divided by 1 is what? Is it 0?
Sir, no. You see, it's equal to 1. So it's 1 minus y all over x.
But you use that this thing.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, but you don't know you differentiate?
say yes.
Implicit
Say
functions,
that's
so
why I had
differentiate.
one.
I just went ahead and said.
Sir, no, I did it, but I didn't differentiate the one.
When you differentiate the 1, you get 0.
So then I had negative 1.
Negative 1. That's correct. Who else?
The difficult moments I had in my football career, just when I have this type of awards, I just think of my family and obviously their fans and obviously.
Did we all get minus? Did we all get minus 1?
Finish my football career of youth and
Did you all get?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's do this one. Find the coordinates of the point on the graph of. Find the coordinates of the point on the graph of y is equal to 3x cubed, 3x squared. Y is equal to 3x squared minus x plus 1. Find the coordinates of the point on the graph of y is equal to 3x squared minus x plus 1. Plus 1. At
So
which
please, y is equal to
3x squared minus x plus 1. Plus 1. At which the gradient is equal to minus 7. At which the gradient is equal to minus 7. Let's do it.
so minus 7.
Yes. At which the gradient is equal to minus 7.
Chelsea signing Timo Werner says he hopes to reach Chelsea's new era, and the German international arrived in London earlier this week following his 45 million euro move from RB Leipzig. The 24-year-old has opened up about how Chelsea brings Didier Drogba into a check and shape his career. Yeah, when you have a decision like that, you go from your old club and come to a big club like this. It was for me a dream which came true because Chelsea is a very big club. I know the players before when they win the Champions League with Drogba, with my new coach, with my new manager, Frank Lampard. To see those guys take a change as a sporting director, yeah, it's like a little dream for me, but I want to become not a same player like them, but I want to be a part of a new area here, and so I will play. And that's all for sports. My name is Daniel Quanti.
What are you getting?
So negative 1 and 5.
Okay, negative 1 and 5. Good. Who else? Who else are the same answer?
I got the same answer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's take the second one. The curve y is equal to ps cubed plus qx squared. The curve y is equal to ps cubed plus qx squared. The curve y is equal to ps cubed plus qx squared. Passes through the point 1 and 0. Passes through the point 1 and 0. The curve y is equal to ps cubed plus kx squared passes through the point 1, 0, and the tangent to it at this point has a gradient 1, and the tangent to it at this point has a gradient 1, and the tangent to it at this point has a gradient 1. Find P and Q. Find P and Q.
On the back of the lifting of the restriction,
Now, please take the question again.
The curve y is equal to ps cubed plus qx squared passes through the points 1, 0, 1 and 0, and the tangent to it at this point has a gradient 1. Has a gradient 1. Find P and Q. Find P and Q. Find P and Q.
now remember that transport fares went up by 15% because of the social distancing and the various commercial vehicles. So we're going to start off from the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, and we have the vice chairman of the union here with that, Mr. Robert.
The class will end very soon.
Tell us how did the meeting
I know some of you are hungry, so we have to close. If not that, we would have done an additional.
to, some level of understanding, we felt we could also reduce the transport fare. And then reduce it
I'll do it and put it on the platform right now.
the 11th July increment that we did.
Or we should do some more.
15%. And now it is 5% for the transport fare. And this will take effect from 1st August. So, to be clear, the reduction is on the initial 15% increment. That is so. The initial 15% increment. Well, what were some of the arguments you made for you to get to this 5%? Oh, well, we said during the period of right from March 15th, when this social distancing came, we've incurred so much losses, and we felt that we should be given certain percentage to ensure that we are able to recoup some of our losses. Some said they were going to increase like 30%. Exactly. So what happens if? Well, maybe they have the